Now this is the new one. As I say, most of the specifications reflect existing practice. There's no changes. It's what has always been the case. But the new national literacy units are new qualifications. They are units. There are SQF levels 3, 4 and 5. They are different from English in that they are about reading, writing, talking and listening in a functional and transactional way. And when we were developing the qualification, we were thinking about the candidates with particular difficulties in reading, writing, talking and listening. And what adjustments. Now for many candidates there are many adjustments that could be put in place. But the bottom line is that a candidate cannot be exempted from reading, writing, talking or listening in the literacy units. And that's because if you look at the specification for literacy, the 4 skills are given equal importance. And it's skills for learning, life and work, and it's about being able to read, talk, listen and write. So we're saying it can't be exempted from any of the key skills, and you cannot be allowed to have the support of a human reader in the component that explicitly assesses reading, and you cannot be allowed a human scribe in the component which explicitly assesses writing, because the outcome in reading is about reading and understanding, and it's about writing technically accurate texts. So the decision was taken that this would not be deemed to be a reasonable adjustment in the literacy units. But please remember, the literacy units are not externally set exams. It's an internally assessed unit. It's designed to be very flexible, context-free. But undoubtedly there will be some candidates who are unable to achieve the literacy unit because they are unable to meet the outcomes and the evidence requirements for that unit. The further implication of the literacy unit is that in national courses in English at 3 and 4, so national 4 course in English, national 3 course in English, the literacy is one of the mandatory units. So at national 4 you have the 2 English units, you have a literacy unit and you have an added value unit. At national 3 there are 2 English units and there is the literacy unit. So a candidate who is unable to achieve the literacy unit will not be able to achieve the full course award for English at National 3 and National 4. They can have this, if they require the support of a human reader and scribe, they cannot have that in the literacy unit, but they can have it in the 2 English units, which again would be on their certificate, or they could at National 3, or they could have it in the 2 English units and the added value unit at National 4. So there are implications there, and I certainly want you to discuss that in your group, thinking of the candidates that you work with, and we'll come back to that at the discussion.